parlayhelp.com. Email address. Still going with the temporary one, so we figure it all out. parlayhelp@gmail.com. Video is a little different than I normally do. There are 3 videos tonight, too. This one, winner of the day, winner of the week for all the handicappers. But this has nothing to do with handicappers. But it was an interesting weekend of sorts for me, to an extent. Here's why. I'm hanging out Friday morning making the video. I put on my favorite station. You all know what it is. 610WIP.com. Gotta plug them. Love them. During one of the commercials, I hear, and this is at like 7:20 in the morning, a beer ad and an erectile dysfunction ad. And I don't mind plugging or saying the names. For that particular one, it was Boston Medical Group. I'm thinking, wow. You got the whole weekend. It's Friday morning. You're driving to work. And you're getting bombarded with drink beer, which I'm a fan of, the right place and time, and erectile dysfunction. It's 7:20 in the morning. Kind of just made a mental note of it and really didn't think much of it. Fast forward to Sunday. Did my whole DJ thing during the weekend. Get up, watch the Flyers game. Very disappointed in them. But after the first period, I thought, all right, they got no shot at winning the series, but let's make it fun. Let's go 6 games. I was too young, 40 years old, when the Flyers won it all, twice. I was too young to really remember it or experience it where it's a good memory. So I grabbed my, some of the keepsakes I have, which is an autographed hockey puck from Mr. Bernie Perrant. It's a real deal. It's a Flyers puck signed by him. Official NHL puck. When I feel the weight of it, I think about Corbin getting it right here. God, that had to hurt. And they pretty much get their ass kicked. And okay, fine. They were the worst team in hockey last year. So, to get to the Eastern Conference Finals, it's pretty good for them. So move on. Then I think back when I was a kid watching sports, and I have the greatest childhood. My dad tried his best. I wish he would involve me in sports more. It kind of came to me later in life. I think part of it was because I sucked in every sport I played. Couldn't hit in baseball. Couldn't make a basket in basketball. Though I played basketball for hours and hours. And I loved it because you could play it by yourself. You didn't have friends or whatever. You just keep shooting the ball. It was never big enough for football. Hockey, I never learned how to skate. You could put me on skates tomorrow and I'd fall right on my face. So, all that being said, moving forward. Then, becoming a Sunday night tradition, I have some friends over and we watch the ESPN Sunday night baseball game. So, you had the Flyers, and once they started getting, 3-0, they're down. Now at this point, you're just watching the NBA. We all put a couple shekels on the game, see what happens. And Sunday night baseball comes around. It's the only thing you can watch. So if you're a dad or a mom or whatever, and you have a son or a daughter, and I have 2 daughters, I tried to get them to play sports. They played softball for a little bit. They're more into the cheerleading, which I hated because I hate that a third-party judge or third-party many judges can determine the outcome. I think the people should, with a clock or an inning system or whatever. But that's what they wanted to do, so I supported it. And I kept thinking back, and I'm a true Philly sports fan. Although I am a major Michael Jordan fan, I was a huge fan of Chicago Bulls. I just think Phil Jackson was the greatest coach ever in the NBA, and there's a lot of people who argue with that. But that triangle offense, watching, if you really look at it and understand it, watching the triangle move around, it's an amazing offense. And Jordan was perfect, and he had Pippen to help them. And I remember watching many times along the way with my dad, watching the Bulls do 2 3-peats. He's the best basketball player ever. I'm from Philly. I don't care about Wilt Chamberlain. It's not even close. He's the greatest guy I've ever watched play the game. But that's not what this is about. I remember those moments with my dad watching that, and I wish it happened more, but it didn't, and it's another video for another time. And I thought, all right, got the guys over, Sunday Night Baseball, well, I'll throw a couple dollars in, and everybody's got Bodog accounts or bookies and put money on it, and, you know, everybody puts a couple bucks up, they're going to score a run this inning, or they not. And the Mets played very well tonight. And it's like the 3rd or 4th inning of the game, and a Cialis ad pops up. I'm thinking, what the hell is going on here? Like, if you were, and I don't have a son, I have 2 daughters, but, you know, maybe you did the family thing, you barbecued today, was a little bit nice out, whatever. Maybe watch a little bit of the Flyers game, it's, you know, do dinner, family time, and then, you know, you got the drama TV shows on 3, 6, and 10, and, you know, your wife's in watching Desperate Housewives, maybe with your daughters or whatever, and you and your son, let's watch Sunday Night Baseball, it's fun. Joe Miller or John Morgan, absolute best in the business, in my opinion. And you're watching this, and this ad comes on, and you got people in tubs, or if the moment isn't right. What the hell is that? How would you explain that? And there's tons of beer ads, and I understand that, and, you know, being a parent doesn't come in a manual, and it's tough, but you can almost, with the drinking thing, say, well, when you're 21, worry about that. You all know as a parent they're going to drink underage or whatever, but it's a parenting job. But you can push that off on the 20. How do you explain these ads? I mean, here it is. It's not even 9 o'clock at night. The only sporting event on. You're going to want to spend time with your boy or girl or whatever. Maybe watch a little ESPN Sunday Night Baseball, Subway Series, big deal. John Miller, Joe Morgan, great. You know, it's a good thing. And, you know, we all had a couple of beers and did some wings and wagered and played around or whatever. And when the ad hit, we all just kind of looked at each other for a second and then kind of knew what everybody was thinking, and then somebody finally said something. I mean, what do you think about this? What has it become that you're going to watch a Sunday Night Baseball game? And maybe you're sitting there with your 10-year-old son, and this 60, not 15 or 30, 60-second commercial about ED and everything else. And then, I don't know how they get it approved. The Cabernet has they're in bathtubs naked. Now, of course, you can't say anything because that's all regulated. But and the other big thing is, and they say right on the television, if you have an erection that lasts more than 4 hours, please seek medical help. Well, if you have a 10, 12, 13-year-old son or daughter, how do you explain that? They've heard the terms. You know, there's so much peer pressure and everything else in school and the internet and everything else. How do you explain it? I don't understand this. This is a primetime baseball game, the only sporting event on. Maybe I'm old school to an extent. I don't understand it. And maybe this was just one of those videos I needed to rant on. How do you explain it? parlayhelp.com. I don't want emails on this. Don't email me. I don't want emails. Go to YouTube. Leave comments. If you're a member of parlayhelp.com, it's free. We won't spam you. You got to put your email address in there. Comment away on it. I don't understand it. Sunday Night Baseball. I'm worried about the Mets and the Yankees and the fun of the game, and it's the last year of Yankee Stadium. John Miller, Joe Morgan, best announcers in the game. Primetime event, no other sports on. And Cialis is popping on my screen. And for 60 seconds. Just curious to your comments. 2 more videos coming up. Best handicapper of the day. Best handicapper of the week. parlayhelp.com.